Well, at 7:17 this morning, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is now over, and it brought hundreds of thousands of people to the United States of America over the course of several weeks. The FBI was one of the key agencies involved to try to make sure those games were safe.
All right, joining us live right now, FBI National Special Agent in Charge, Terence Reilly. Agent Reilly, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for having me
again.
Yeah,
we appreciate you. Let's talk about the role in this big event. Now, we didn't have anything massive here in Nashville for the World Cup. We did have the one of the foreign national teams here, but what were you guys focused primarily on around the country?
Around the country, really, not only did we have the teams visiting from across the world, but we had over 6.5 million spectators in the country, showing off the best of America. Really, it was a huge success, and part of that was that everyone was safe, right? So a lot of planning and preparation years in advance to make sure this event went off without a hitch, from like counterterrorism operations, and then also with large-scale events like these, there's an increase in human trafficking. So the FBI, along with our partners, was able to save over 30 children who were being exploited, and over 40 adults who were also being human trafficked. So there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't see that are happening when there's large-scale events like this.
So I want to reiterate that. So you're saying more than 30 children and more than 40 adults were saved during human trafficking operations behind the scenes?
Yeah, during the World Cup in the United States, yes. And then we had all the visitors. So the FBI worked with FIFA to do background checks on over about 200,000 people coming in associated with the World Cup. And, you know, even though most people had no issues getting in, we were working with our partners to see who shouldn't be allowed in the country. So we were able to deny certain people coming in who, you know, for whatever reason had some derogatory information that we didn't want in the country. And the FBI Nashville was a big part of that. And I think we did about 10,000, 12,000 name checks as part of that larger world effort.
International airport here as well, so a lot of folks coming through the city. Let's talk about the Super Bowl coming up here. 2030 is what we're talking about as far as bringing that big game here as one of the biggest sporting events in the world. How do you prepare for an event where the building that's going to be in is not even open yet?
Yeah, so the preparations are starting. We're obviously working with all of our federal and state partners here in Nashville, obviously Metro Nashville, but then also the federal agencies as well, and the NFL. And we will, similar to the World Cup posture, we will have an intelligence center where we're sharing information and making sure that all potential threats are being, evaluated and hopefully mitigated, obviously. And then, but the FBI will also have a role in counterterrorism operations, making sure that whoever's coming into the country and no threats. And then also a big part of that is drone mitigation. You see right now that drones are a huge, big deal. And the FBI has started a national counter-UAS, unmanned aerial surveillance or system training center in Huntsville, and we're actually inviting our partners from Metro Nashville to work with us, not only for the Super Bowl, but you see Broadway every weekend, and making sure that we have efforts to mitigate drones here in the city, not only for the Super Bowl, but almost every day.
I remember watching some video from different cities around the country where you guys were taking out those drones and citing the people who were trying to fly them. So we appreciate all that hard work, and you heard it here first, folks. They are already working on behind-the-scenes security work for the Super Bowl coming up in a few years. Special Agent Reilly, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your
service.